Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cheryl Avila, Mrs. Avila's Earth Science class at Rio Rancho Middle School. There we go. Here is my first shot at using Screencastify to share with you the online lessons. This is for the week of April 13th through the 17th. I'm so sorry I'm posting this late. My own kiddos are making it very challenging to work during the day. They are expecting my full attention, and I'm working at night. For instance, I was up until 3 o'clock last night or this morning trying to get this done, and it's 2 o'clock now, and I'm still working on it. So um, I miss you guys. I hope you are all are staying healthy and safe. The first week off was kind of a nice break, but after that, my own kiddos started climbing the walls, and like I said, they're demanding my attention. And I'm probably with 90% of you ready to go back to school, but I understand why we can't, and I hope you're doing well, and I'll be checking in with you guys. And hopefully, we will be able to use Google Meets, not so much for academics, but actually to kind of keep in touch with each other and check in with each other the entire class, so you'll get to see your peers. Starting next week, probably. I'm having to do some adjustments and getting all your lessons up and everything, so give me a little bit of time to get that done. I will also be letting you guys know how you can be raising your quarter 3 grades. That's something that the 6th grade science teachers are working on. So we need to show some grace to each other, all of us. Please show me some grace. I'm trying to get caught up with everything. Like I said, with my own kiddos, it's proving to be a challenge. So let's get started. So, as I said in the parent letter and to you guys in the PowerPoint, I was going to try to give you guys a week at a glance so you guys know what's coming up. So, for this week on Monday, we are starting our new Amplify unit. It is titled Earth's Changing Climate. Lesson 1.2 is the lesson we're going to be focusing on, and that's the intro. We're going to do 3 things. We're going to do a warm up, we're going to do an introduction, we're going to do a video. Tuesday, we are continuing lesson 1.2. We are going to do tabs 3 and 4. They are titled Analyzing Climate Data and Trends and Fluctuations. And rather than working straight from Amplify, these 2 topics or tabs will be done via worksheet, explained via video. And then you're going to watch a video on global temperature variations. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, and I have a little window covering it, I don't know if you guys see that. I have some notes there. If something is written in red, that means that that is something that you as a student will need to turn in Google Classroom. So the worksheet right here is in red. You're going to be turning that in Google Classroom. If something is written in blue, that means it is something that you need to turn in via Amplify. So this warm up right here is in blue. That tells you that you're going to be turning it in Amplify. On Wednesday, we're going to continue with lesson 1.2. We're wrapping it up. We're going to do tab 5, which is titled Homework. Really, it's reading one article, but that one article is going to be broken up into 4 parts. I think they thought that that would somehow make it easier for you guys or less daunting, but really it's one article. And don't forget that Amplify can read the articles to you. Use that function. And then you're going to complete a worksheet with questions about that article. On Thursday, we are going to work on vocabulary. We're first going to briefly discuss weather patterns unit, which we didn't get to really finish before we left in March. So I'm just going to quickly kind of wrap up that unit for you and kind of tell you what Amplify wanted you to get out of it. And then we are going to work on Earth's Changing Climate Unit vocabulary assignment. It's going to look different from what we usually do, so please wait until it's assigned. Don't try to get a head start on this because it won't work. The assignment's going to be different. And then on Friday, we're going to start lesson 1.3. I know we're going to do the warm up, but I'm still in the process of planning that one, so please wait on that one as well. All right, so today the agenda is we're going to do a warm up, we're going to do an introduction, we're going to do a video. The meme of the day, tell me you've been missing my memes, guys. The meme of the day, when you can't adult today, so you send in a sub to be your remote teacher. So this is like me. Um, I wish I could do that. I don't have a dog. I do have a cat, but she's like 19 years old and pretty grumpy. She wouldn't be a very good teacher. Again, I was late today on giving this to you guys. It wasn't so much I couldn't adult, but had to adult with my kids. So, all right, next tab, log on to Amplify. I'm going to be putting the instructions from our notebooks into the Google Classroom with this posting in case you forgot how. You're going to choose the unit Earth's Changing Climate. It's towards the bottom. You can see it's our second to last unit. We probably aren't going to get to that last unit, but we're going to try to get through this one so we can do some kind of engineering project with you guys before the end of the school year. And then you're going to choose Chapter 1. It looks like this, Chapter 1, Climate and the Atmosphere. And you're going to choose Lesson 1.2, Lesson 1.2, Introduction to Climate Change. And you're going to do the warm-up in tab 1. The warm-up has 8 questions, but you are simply putting agree or disagree for each one. So it says warm-up for each statement in this anticipation guide. Indicate whether you agree or disagree. Be prepared to show your explanations with the partner. Don't worry about being right or wrong. This is your chance to think about what you already know about Earth's changing climate. During this unit, as you learn more, you will return to this guide to revise and explain your answers. So again, warm-ups are just to make you think about what you're going to be learning about. It's not so much if you get it right or wrong. So it's simply just to make you think about it. So at this point, I'd like you to pause the video, make sure that you get into the correct lesson. Remember that it is Earth's Changing Climate, Chapter 1, Lesson 1.2, and you're going to do the warm-up. Now, understand that you're going to have this Screencastify video playing, and you're going to have another tab open where you're doing, have Amplify open and you're following along. So go ahead and pause this until you get where you need to be and you finish that warm-up. See you in a minute. Okay, so continuing on. Introduction to this unit. For this unit, our question is what causes climate change? So on tab 2, what you will be seeing, remember in the class I called this part 2, I guess we should start calling it tab 2. In tab 2, students are introduced to the unit in the terms climate and climate change. So climate is the general weather patterns over a long period of time. So in our last unit, we learned about weather, and we learned that weather is the conditions in the atmosphere, specifically the troposphere, at a given time and place. In other words, at my house right now, it is still snowing Monday afternoon, whereas the weather yesterday was windy but pretty warm. Climate is the general weather patterns over a long period of time. So climate includes things like desert. We live in a high desert here in Rio Rancho. It includes things like plains. It includes things like tundra up near the Arctic. It includes things like rainforests near the equator. So climate is more general weather patterns over a long period of time. And climate change, the definition of climate change is changes in climate over a long period of time that can be caused by natural events or human activities. So climates naturally change. We learned earlier in the year that in Antarctica, there used to be coal, or you could find coal deposits in Antarctica, and for coal to form, it would need to be like a tropical rainforest. So the climate of Antarctica over millions of years has changed. Climate change does happen, but the key word here, or the key term, is over a long period of time. So we hear people talk about climate change nowadays, um, but really what they're talking about is climates that are changing, but not over long periods of time, really over shorter periods of time. Climate change naturally can occur over hundreds of years, over thousands of years, over millions of years. The climate change that is being discussed nowadays is changes in climate that happen over years or decades, maybe 100 years, and that is faster than what is normal. So the climate change that is being talked about in in the life today that we live on the news, etc., is really talking about climate change that's happening faster than what is normal. So we're going to watch this video. And on the bottom of the screen, you see that I also said that you can find this video in the lesson brief. The lesson brief is when you first go into the lesson, the first tab before the warm-up. The transcript can also be found in that lesson brief, and I also give you the link in case this doesn't work. But we're going to watch this video right now.
I'm Dr. Derek Lampkin. I'm an ice and climate researcher, and I study how large ice sheets respond to a warming climate. An ice sheet is a large block or mass of ice that covers an extensive area at the size of a continent. I spend my time thinking about the Greenland ice sheet. We're seeing 300 billion tons of ice being lost annually from the Greenland ice sheet. That's ice mass being dumped right into the ocean and making a direct contribution to sea level rise. So we're very much concerned about what the long-term health of Greenland is going to be. When you look at a large block of ice like Greenland, it might appear to you as if it's not moving at all. But it turns out that ice moves very slowly. The ice sheet moves from the center to the edges like a conveyor belt. It breaks off into large blocks, which go into the ocean and melt. What we're most concerned about in a warming climate is how fast that ice is moving to the edges and how much contribution the ice is making to sea level rise. The inside of one of the main tents in Swiss camp. I just got back from the Greenland ice sheet on a research expedition where we use GPS to monitor the movement of the ice. GPS operates just like it does in your car. It tells you your accurate location on the Earth's surface at any moment that you're moving. So we use the same kind of technology, but we connect it to poles that are frozen into a fixed position on the ice surface. And then as that ice moves, the pole moves, and we're able to monitor how fast that pole moves. Our data showed us something actually quite exciting. The ice was moving faster when there was more surface meltwater present in the summer. I became very much interested in understanding how much surface meltwater is being produced, how it flows across the ice sheet surface, and how it makes its way into the ice sheet. Your job will be to help us map out these blue dots, which you can clearly see in the satellite image here. My students help me do this by utilizing images collected from satellites that are in orbit that take pictures of the Earth's surface. What'll look like maybe one channel is actually a network of interconnect. We're able to identify where the lakes are, where the channels are, and we can map out and understand how much they change and how much water they deliver into the ice sheet and its impact on the ice movement towards the ocean. Greenland has contributed over the last decade about 8 millimeters of sea level rise. It doesn't seem like that's a whole lot, but it matters under circumstances where you have hurricanes and storms slosh water onto the land and inundate coastal areas. The more the public understands how these ice masses influence their everyday lives or will influence their lives in the future, the more they'll have an understanding about how to impact policy so that we reduce the impact that humans have on the climate. I'm an
Nope.
icing.
All right, let's see. How do I get out of there? All right. So you can always go back and watch that video again. You may have heard my annoying clock during the video. I'm sorry about that. So continuing on for this unit, your role in this unit will be to be a student climatologist. So you're going to be working for the World Climate Institute. This organization is fictional, but it is based on actual organizations that do similar work. You will be helping this organization both to investigate climate change and to educate the public about their discoveries. So here you have a memo, as we normally get from somebody that we are helping when we do Amplify, a fictional scenario. But this is from Irene Lee to you, the student climatologist. She works with the World Climate Institute, and the memo says, "Welcome. The World Climate Institute is pleased that you will be assisting us in reaching out to the public and explaining a complicated process, why the ice on Earth's surface is melting. To help, you will need to learn how energy moves through the Earth system and how this is related to temperature changes across our planet. This is complex but important science, and explaining requires a complete understanding of the entire system so that you can make sense of it for others. Only then will you be able to explain what is happening to our planet and why the ice is melting so rapidly." And my bar is in the way, so I hope that was the end of it. So, your goal by the end of this unit will be to thoroughly answer the question of why the ice on Earth's surface is melting. To do this, you need to learn as much as you can about the Earth system so that you can understand the changes we are currently seeing in Earth's climate. So, congratulations, you are now done with Monday's work, and I give you a gold star. Again, my apologies that I'm so late in posting this. Most of you will probably be seeing this on Tuesday, but I will also post Tuesdays. But it's not a whole lot of work and hopefully not that time consuming. All right, so I hope you guys have a great day and stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.